cold calling. This is something that many people find challenging, may find intimidating. Cold calling is something that is an art. It's something that the first time around may be a little scary, right? But the thing is, you gotta do it.
Let's wholesale real estate. We're gonna wholesale real estate. If you wanna wholesale real estate, then you are in the right place. You don't need no money, you don't need no credit. It's so simple that anyone can get it. Luke's gonna teach you just how to get started. All you have to do is learn and apply it. You are in the right place. You're gonna wholesale real estate. You're gonna wholesale real estate. So let's get started.
What's going on, everybody? Sak Passe, Nabule, and welcome back to another episode of School of Wholesaling. I am your host, Luke Madeus, 27-year-old real estate investor in Central Florida. For those of you who don't know who I am and just jumping on, welcome. For those of you who are coming back, you already know what it's about. It's all about wholesaling real estate on this channel. If you guys haven't done so already, please go ahead, check out the new page, SOWcontent.com. For those of you who are brand new, on that website, you can get access to all of the free content that I give to you so you can be successful in wholesaling real estate and closing your first deal. I want to mention, every single month I'm having meetups every single month, and I'm doing it virtually. You have to make sure you jump into our Facebook group and log in and get in there. And once a month, you can also be a part of the meetup and you can continuously gain education, all for free. I don't charge anything for this. All you have to do is join the Facebook group, which you can find on SOWcontent.com. And of course, if you want to speak with me one-on-one on the phone, simply just go to chatwithluke.com. That is CHAT with LUC, chatwithluke.com, and you can talk with me one-on-one, guys. I'm always excited to talk to you, get to know you, see where you're at, why you're doing the business, and helping you overcome your challenges so you can be successful. Let's go into the podcast episode today. Today is all about Marketing Mondays, and I got a little tip for you guys at the end of this podcast. I want to talk about cold calling. This is something that many people find challenging, may find intimidating. Cold calling is something that is an art. It's something that the first time around may be a little scary, right? But the thing is, you gotta do it. Cold calling is amazing, guys. It's a great way to bring in great leads. You are calling the people on your list. And when you have a good list and you know who you're targeting, you know why you're calling them. Cold calling is extremely powerful, but the thing is, it can be intimidating and it can be a challenge, mainly because you may not know what to say. I know for me, guys, that's the way it was for me. I was terrified of cold calling because I just didn't know what to say. I didn't want to drop the ball. I didn't want to say the wrong thing and get somebody upset. I didn't want somebody cussing at me. All of those things that could possibly happen when you get on the phone during a cold call, I was afraid of. But guys, here's the truth. At the end of the day, you're only talking to this person once. You may never ever see them in person. Even if you did see them in person, they wouldn't even know who you were. So the truth is, guys, there's nothing to be afraid of. No one's gonna jump out the phone, grab you by the neck and strangle you, okay? You're gonna be fine. You are going to survive. If you wanna be effective on the phone so that way you can get more leads, I'm gonna tell you guys what to say so that way you can also be confident getting on the phone and dialing. All right, so the very first thing that you wanna do, guys, this is a process. I'm gonna give you a 5-step process to making your cold calls, okay? I'm also gonna talk about a few things that you can say and a few things to look for, a few questions per se, to help you ensure that you are finding out whether or not, to help you gauge motivation of the person on the phone. So the very first thing you gotta do when you cold call someone, you gotta actually verify if you're talking with the right person. You simply ask their name. First name is always best because when you call somebody by the first name, it's personable, okay? That's very personal, it's very warm. It doesn't feel like you're a telemarketer calling them by their last name or Mr. and Mrs. Call them by their first name, be very personable. Remember, you are a real estate investor. You are calling because you are interested in buying a home. So be normal, be regular. What matters is that you are creating a personal relationship with the person that's on the phone with you. So the more and more that you could think of speaking to this person as if they were a best friend, and here's a great idea. Get a picture of somebody that you care about, and while you're cold calling, look at that photo and just picture yourself calling your best friend, right? And with a smile on your face. And just call them. Call them by their first name and verify if you got the right person, because the chances are you may not even have the right person on the phone. 80% of cold calls is going to be wrong number and people that don't even answer their phone. You may end up with the wrong phone number, or you may end up with somebody who doesn't answer. Verify if you have the right person on the phone. Very first thing. The very next thing is to pre-qualify the interest of the seller. Do they actually want a cash offer? Not every seller you call, even when it's the right person, is going to want a cash offer. Some of them are going to tell you, put me on do not call list, right? Some of them are going to tell you, hey, don't ever call me again. They may even do the thing that you fear, curse you out, right, on the phone because they get a million calls. They are not your client. You're looking for the person that needs help right now. You're looking for the person that needs help at this moment. The homeowners that call you like that, they are not in a position where they need help. Even though they may be on your list, they don't need help at this time. Maybe they need time. So maybe you want to follow up with them via mail or something 6 months from now and see if anything changed, right? Don't get intimidated. Don't get intimidated by that. Continue to push forward. Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. I'll take you off my list. Goodbye. On to the next number, right? The very next thing you need to do next is you have to ensure that you collect all of the information you need about the home. Because after that, after you pre-qualify and then the seller tells you that they want to sell, the next thing is to get all the information about the property, right? So you can then analyze your property. Check for motivation. What are you gonna say to check for motivation? Well, you're gonna ask a few motivated questions. Here's a few questions I've got for you. How long have you thought about selling? This is gonna tell you whether or not this is gonna be something that was on the seller's mind for a long time. If so, then if they're really serious about selling, the time may be now. The very next thing is their timeline and price. You wanna have a gauge, you wanna get a sense for where they are in their mind in terms of what they want for the property and how quickly they want to do so. And of course, is the property vacant or is the property occupied? Very, very important to know, right? You want to know if you're dealing with a property that's got a tenant in it. If so, when is their lease up? Are they on a month to month? These are things you're going to want to know. It's going to affect the deal. You're going to collect all the information. And then lastly, step number 5, you're going to simply let them know that you'll give them a call back so you can analyze the deal, take a look at the comps, take a look at the deal itself and see what price you can afford to offer them so that way this could be a deal for you. So that's the process. It's a 5-step process. Here's a really cool thing I'm gonna do for you guys right now. Hope you guys are ready. I'm actually gonna give you guys a special treat. We have done over 100 episodes of School of Wholesaling since the podcast started, and I'm just so excited and I'm so happy that I have such loving supporters like you to help grow the podcast. As a matter of fact, when you type in Wholesaling Real Estate on iTunes, School of Wholesaling is the #1 show that comes up first. It is because of you. You are such an amazing supporter, and as a way to show my appreciation to you, I'm actually gonna give you guys and play for you guys a live cold call where I did this exact 5-step process so you can actually hear how I did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you guys this treat. I'm gonna press play and I'll be back with you in just a moment.
Hello.
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 Hello, Benny.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, my name is Luke. I'm calling you about your property at 3675.
Yeah.
The reason I'm calling is my company actually bought a home right by yours and wanted to reach out to you personally to make you an offer on your home if you were interested in selling.
Do you have a offer?
Yes, well, we don't formulate an offer until we get an okay from the homeowner, but the process is very simple. I just need to ask you a few questions about the condition of the home. Is that okay?
Actually, I have 2 properties on the same block.
Would you like to sell them both?
So yeah, I'd be interested in selling both places for the right price.
Okay,
I'd want $500,000 for the 2 places.
let's start first with Market Street. Can you tell me a little bit about the property, just some basics, like number of baths, bed, square footage, things like that? Any improvements you made?
Oh, I lived here for like 35 years, so it's been the gambit. New roofs, new boards, the normal expected stuff over the years. And the same with the other property I've owned it since probably 75 or so. So same thing, all the upkeep that you make over 30, 40 years I've took care of. The one at 3732 I've owned for probably 40 years, and the one at 3675 I've owned for probably 30 years.
Okay. All right. How long have you given this some thought in regards to selling? It sounds like you might have thought about this before.
About 3 years ago, I was considering it. I spent about 3 months up in Tennessee and thought I'd like to move up that way. And then once I got back down here, the urge kind of left me. So, I'm good either way, staying here or either moving up north. Either way, I kind of like to move up north. It's a little easier living. Prices are lower. You ain't got the hot, oppressive sun in the summertime.
Yeah, totally. I most certainly understand. Now, with these houses, are they vacant? Do you have tenants living in them, or do you live in the property or in any one of them?
I live at 3675 3732 as a rental property. Guy's been there about 4 or 5 years.
Okay, considering everything we discussed, did you have any ideas about what you think you would sell for at the least? I know you're looking for 500, but do you have a bottom line?
The 500,000, and the buyer would have to accept all charges for the process.
Closing costs?
The surveys or title transfer, all that. The buyer would have to be responsible for all that. I give like a 30-day closing.
Alrighty. So when we present you with a cash offer that you like, you'd want to sell in about 30 days, correct?
That's correct.
Perfect. Okay, thank you for this information. What I'll do now is I'll have my manager run the numbers on our end, and we'll call you back with an offer ready to go. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Alrighty. So you'll get a call from us today. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
All right, guys, how was that? I hope you guys have found value out of that live call. I wanted to give this to you guys as a gift. I appreciate you so much. And I got one extra thing that I want to show you, actually tell you. I've got a tip of the day. That's right, a tip of the day just for you. So check this out. When a seller tells you that they will sell for the right price, feel free to ask them, well, what do you believe is the right price for you to sell today? Great question. Keep that in mind, guys. That's the tip of the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast episode today. I hope you guys have found value out of this podcast episode today. I know that cold calling can be something that's intimidating, so I hope that this podcast episode gives you the confidence you need to make your calls and make some money. I just want to say this too, guys. For all of you supporters out there, thank you so much. If you guys want more education, go to SOWcontent.com. Book a call with me at chatwithluke.com, and make sure that you find me on IG. Come on, hit my DMs up, y'all. Go to @LukeMadeus. That is @LucMadeus on Instagram, and let's chat. That's it for today's show, guys. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the show. I love all of you, and as you already know, let's wholesale real estate. Au revoir.